Hey everybody, Lloyd here with Just Got Played, and today I have another game unboxing. This is yet another G.I. Joe deck building game expansion. This is Coldsnap. As you can see, it's got maybe once I get the plastic off, you'll be able to see it better. But as you can see, it's got it's snow themed, and it's also got Dreadnoks in it. So if you remember my last review of the Serpentor game, the expansion, I complained that where are my Dreadnoks, and they answered it with this thing, this update. And there's also this Coldsnap bonus box, which we will get back to, but it says it has 2 promo cards and a Punchboard G.I. Joe Towables yard. So they like to put these like 3D components in that are kind of useful. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they get more in the way, but we'll come back to this. For now, let's get into the Coldsnap expansion. So if we take a look on the back, this is an expansion. It does require the base game to play. It's ages 14 and up, 1 to 4 players, and it says 30 to 70 minutes. 100 new cards to add to your collection. So let's go ahead and get it open and see what we've got inside. So let's get the top off. So there, now you can kind of see it a little better, without the plastic, but you got Zartan and his Dreadnoks, and then you have a bunch of the Arctic characters. So let's go ahead and see what we've got in here. We've got an ad for Transformers and Power Rangers. Coldsnap. So let's take a look at the rule book real quick. So what do we have in here? We have 2 new missions. We have Mission 5, Coldsnap, and Mission 6, Dreadnok Country. So let's just take a look real quick. 21 main deck cards, a crystal ball card. We got some new Cobra Trooper type people. So we've got some snow serpents, more complications, a bunch of Dreadnoks, which I guess they will probably take the place of the snow serpents. So you're probably going to use one or the other for the missions. We've got some new leaders, 36 mission cards, 8 snowblind cards, some towable cards, whatever those are. We'll take a look at those. And 2 new expert modes. And replacement Storm Shadow. I don't really know what that's about. Wonder if there's like a reason why they put it in there, because I don't know what the problem is with Storm Shadow. We'll take a look at it and see what the difference is. I'll go pull the other one out and we can review and see what the difference is. So it's got some setup stuff to make sure that you do it correctly, because there are some new rules that you need to put in to play with these expansions. So it goes over the story mission setup, goes over what snowblind cards. So I'm kind of curious what these are. So let's see what these are. During the Coldsnap story mission, snowblind cards function as group missions that obscure the next story mission. Until a snowblind is defeated, the next story mission, the stat cannot be viewed. So it's a group mission, and it covers up the next story mission. So that's kind of cool. And then the snowblind icon. Not completing a snowblind mission before revealing the next story mission carries with it a risk. If at the start of the player's turn a new story mission needs to be placed, but the snowblind cards don't play, there may be a penalty. So there you go. You can risk it if you're against the clock, but might benefit to do it. We've got towable assets, which I believe you can hook those up to transport. So we'll see how those work. Goes over the Dreadnoks and their rules. We have some expert mode cards, and we have some new facts and stuff. Oh, and it does explain what the problem is with Storm Shadow. So let's just go over the quick fact and card clarifications. When a story mission enters play or you receive a reward penalty for completing it, can you affect a die roll with card text abilities? No, this expansion set includes several story mission abilities that require rolling dice when entering or exiting play, and these cannot be altered by card effects or abilities, including Destro's negative effect. Okay, so something new here. When a story mission roll fails or succeed, do any complications remain in play? No, whether you succeed or fail, all the complications it had are discarded. However, if the story mission fails without the Joes attempting a mission against it by a precision strike, all complications attached to the failed mission are added to the next story mission. So that's different. I don't remember that being a question, but it appears that if you fail a mission, the complications are discarded I would assume unless they're otherwise said. Yeah, because there's some missions that stick around and you just keep adding complications. So I guess that's just a general question people had. And let's see, here's the deal with the Storm Shadow. The first printing of the core set included a misprint of Storm Shadow as a group mission. If your core set includes this card, replace it with the side mission version. Okay, so instead of going after Storm Shadow with a group, he is a solo side mission. I don't think I had that problem with mine, so weird. So the game designer again is T.C. Petty III. It does look like they got some new artists in here. Maybe the artists were the same on the last ones. But in the base game, they were using art directly from the comics. The comic book artist was credited, but I don't think he's doing any more on these. I think they're doing it all in-house to try and match his style. So that is the rule book. Let's take a look over here at this giant stack of big old mission cards, and let's see what we've got. All right, there we go. So, looking here, we've got a bunch of Snowblind cards. So these are all the same, it looks like. Yep. Let's just see what it does. If a new story mission must be drawn and Snowblind is still in play, discard Snowblind and activate Snowblind penalty on the next story mission. So, yeah. But beating it does lower your threats. And if you notice, they all have different abilities to use. So they're not exactly the same, but there you go. Those are the Snowblind cards. Let's see. Next up, we've got Mission 5, which is the Coldsnap mission. So here we go. Take a look. Escort the UN scientists, Frusianland, weather machine schematics, construct the crystal energy mirror, and then here's our mission: destroy the weather dominator. Scrambled signals, Cobra Arena Sport. There you go. What is that? It's like a werewolf, a walrus bear. I kind of saw that and immediately thought of Tusk. If you're a fan of Kevin Smith movies. An army of mutant animal hybrids created to survive in the harshest of climates. Are there no ethical limits to Cobra's insidious schemes? Apparently not, because they got a walrus bear. So there you go. Cold Slither, and they're playing. So the Coldsnap stuff does use some Dreadnoks. It says it put 2 Dreadnoks into play. Yeah, there he is. He's in there. Weird. Didn't expect him to be included in both missions, but there he is. Battle on the Roof of the World, breach the Cobra Line, the Island of No Return, descent into the jungle, Palace of Doom, triangulate Cobra's secret bunker, and Arctic Blast. So there we go. It's Arctic Blast, not the Coldsnap mission. So that is mission 5. Mission 6 is unseat the imposter. So this is a Dreadnok specific mission. So investigate the riots, biker gangs run amok, mysterious payload, multiple offshore spills, frozen waste. Oh, so they're kind of mixing stuff back and forth between the two, which is kind of cool. It was Zartan all along. Loyal Serpents, Road of Mayhem, welcome to Dreadnok Country. That is the name of this mission, Dreadnok Country. That's pretty cool. Swamp skiing with the Swamp Skier. Fatal Fluffies. Oh, geez. Yeah, at least it doesn't take itself too seriously. The Joe discovered that the Dreadnoks have snuck a furry surprise into their HQ. These deranged psychopaths are pulling out all the stops. So yeah, there you go. We got walrus bears and killer furries. Stop the gas rocket. Unleash the thunder machine. Oh, that is really cool. I had that as a child. The thunder machine, kind of a take on, Mad Max car. Cool. I really like the Dreadnoks. Battle at Broca Beach, caught on the crossfire, contain the chaos, back into the shadows, and then unseat the imposter. So that is mission 6. Let's go ahead and just take a look at this real quick. That's pretty cool. I like that they put the art on here. I mean, I don't keep these boxes, but it is kind of cool. They put some nifty art in there, although I've now broken the box, so let's just get it out of the way. Let's see. Am I going to be defeated by a pack of cards yet again? It appears I am. Like, you can see the tab, but I can't get a hold of it. There it goes. Nope. It just ripped off. All right, I cheated. I used a razor blade to just slice it open. All right, so let's take a look at the new cards. All right, so these are the main deck G.I. Joe cards, or the main deck cards. So let's see, we've got Snow Job, who is a leader. We've got Gung Ho, who is also a leader. I don't know where his other 2 cards are. Now we've got just the regular Joe cards. We've got Charbroil, Frostbite, Timber, which is cool. He's separate from Snark Eyes. We've got Law and Order, Dial Tone, Blizzard, Mutt and Junkyard, Iceberg, Blowtorch, Doc. Hey, Doc's making an appearance. He is expensive. Wow. If this mission fails, you may remove Doc from the game to make it a success instead. This ability cannot be used. That's pretty amazing. That's why he's so expensive. So those are our new Joes. I don't know where I assume because they have a different card back. They're in here somewhere. Oh, there they are. So there's the upgraded Gung Ho. When Gung Ho is on a mission, you may bring a towable asset along for -2 of the cost. Upgraded from his -1. And then Snow Job's upgrade is when Snow Job is on a mission, all terrain types count as snow, and all terrain bonus abilities on transports activate. So he basically changes everything to snow. So that is pretty cool. And on this one, his non-upgraded abilities, when a Snow Job is on a mission, that mission is considered to also have the snow, the frost. So you can use vehicles that are specific to that. As you see, we have the Polar Battle Bear, which does have the new snow transport. So there's not many, but they did add some more. So they have Polar Battle Bear, the Snowcat. All GIs on this mission gain +1 wild skill, and then if you have those, +3 explosives and +2 tech. So that's pretty cool. Oh, and the Battle Bear is +2 hits, and then you double all skill bonuses on towable assets. That's pretty cool. And then we have Avalanche. This works on everything. This is the ultimate all-around vehicle. +3 wild skill, and then depending on which one you're at, you get +3 to each other skill, which is pretty cool. Now we've got some new utility cards. Wounding Shot, Embracing Chaos. So it says, roll a die. If the result has at least 1 hit, the mission is a success. This die roll cannot be altered by any ability. So that's pretty cool. You just roll a die. I mean, you're going to gain a threat, but you just roll a die, and then if it gets a hit, auto pass. We got a Convoy. Add a towable asset to this mission at no cost. This ability ignores the towable asset limit. That's pretty cool. Playtime is over. Defeat 1 Dreadnought in play, even if a side mission controlled by another player. So there you go. Or you can just lower the threat. So that's pretty cool. And then we've got some new gear cards. So we've got Tactical Skies, Survival Gear, draw 2 cards, solo, draw 1 additional card. The Flamethrower, gain 2 hits. If this mission is a success, you do not receive the threat meter bonus. Immediately defeat a side mission or group mission, but not a story mission, or difficulty 3 or lower. So that's pretty cool. So those are the Joe cards. Let's take a look at our towable assets. So towable assets, we have the Flak, which gives +2 wild skill. the MMS. You may discard a utility to pay the discard cost of this card. Once during this mission, you may reroll any number of dice. So that's really good. How? You may discard a gear to pay the discard cost of this card. Gain 1 hit this mission. If you're in the red status, you gain 1 additional hit. That's pretty nice. Mountain Howitzer, +1 wild skill for each Joe on this mission, +1 wild skill for each utility and or gear played during this mission. So you can just get a ton of extra wilds. The Law, +2 wild skill. The active player may put a basic gear or utility card from their discard pile into their hand. Nice. And Slam, strategic long range artillery machine. If this mission fails, all non-active players' Joes on this mission are returned to their hand, not discarded. So that's pretty nice. So there we have all of the Towable assets. So these are our 2 expert modes. Let's just take a look at these. When a story mission enters play, +1 Dreadnought. And this one is before adding Coldsnap cards to the core set main deck, first remove that many cards. So it says first remove -21 cards and then add in 21 Coldsnap cards. So instead of making a larger deck, you're going to end up having more Coldsnaps in there. So what do we got here? So we got, these are the new Snow Serpents. And these are, and then we have the upgraded Storm Shadow. These are the new Snow Serpents. So it says attach Snow Serpent to the story as a complication. Story mission gets +2 difficulty. So yeah, they are side missions, but you will attach them to the story mission as a complication. So yeah, that is the Snow Serpents. They look pretty cool. Next up, we have the Dreadnok deck. So let's just take a look at these guys. So we actually have all of the different Dreadnoughts in here. So we have Zartan. So this is a completely separate deck, and then you're going to play these guys out like you would officers, but instead these are side missions. And let's see what we got. We've got Zartan. We've got Buzzer. Ooh, removing cards from your hand. These are terrible. Ripper. Immediately draw another Dreadnought and put it into play. Ooh. They do have good rewards if you when you defeat them. So that's nice. You got Torch. Draw 3. At the start of your turn, discard 1 card. We've got Zorana. Shuffle the Cobra officers and place 1 at random under Zorana, so only a text is shown. Zorana has that ability while in play. When Zorana is defeated, return the Cobra officer. Okay, so Zorana. And we've got our brother Xandar. Immediately draw 1 complication, add +1 difficulty. The story mission for each Dreadnought in play, including Xandar. That's nice. Road Pig. Place Road Pig to cover the highest cost uncovered card in the lineup. And I expected something harder from him. Although I suppose he can help you lose the game faster if you don't defeat him. Let's see. Thrasher. Place Thrasher to cover a non-vamp card in the hangar. At the end of each round, draw 1 complication. That's nasty. We got Monkey Wrench. Place Monkey Wrench to cover the lowest cost uncovered card in the lineup. At the end of each round, discard the covered card and place Monkey Wrench on the lowest cost. So he's gonna beat up cards, but he's also going to bring you 1 step closer to losing, because those are loss conditions, right? If you have too many of the recruit pile covered up. So yeah, you need to. These are adding 2 more that will possibly cover up cards. We've got Zanzibar. Immediately discard your hand and gain 1 Cobra Trooper. Shuffle your discard pile. Then draw 1 card for each card discarded. Okay, so We've got Copperhead. Put 1 Snow Serpent into play. At the end of each round, put 1 Cobra Battalion into play. So again, they're going to help. He's going to help also bring the game to an end if he comes out, because he's going to put a battalion into play, which is going to cover up cards in the deck. And then we've got Zanya. Play Zanya to cover the highest cost uncovered card in the lineup at the end of it. So these guys are really actively going after, another loss condition. So these are pretty mean. But I do like them. I like how they're incorporated in. So let's see, what do we got here? We've got the Crystal Ball, which you are supposed to include. The crystal ball says, during your recruit phase, either buy the leftmost uncovered card in the lineup or +1 threat. So this is forcing you. They're really messing with the card lineup now in this update, or this what do you call it? This expansion. So complications. We've got a bunch of new complications: Snow Serpent attack, Cobra Blizzard assault, Crystal Ball appears, Dreadnok Chaos, Swamp Justice. Okay, so these are doing the same thing. Put a Dreadnought into play. So these guys are putting Snow Serpents. This put the Crystal Ball. These two are putting Dreadnoughts into play. This one's putting a Snow Serpent into play and then resolving another complication. Same thing with this one. And then this one's putting 2 Snow Serpents into play. So overall, we've got quite a bit of new cards in here. It did say that we should have, I thought it said we were going to get 2 leaders, but 4 leader cards. We didn't get any like new Cobra officers because these are technically like Cobra officers, but they're in their own deck. So now that we've been through that, let's go ahead and take a look at this Coldsnap Bonus Box and see what we've got in here. Let's rip that open. And let's see what they included. We'll come back to that thing. Let's take a look at these cards first. So what do we got? Oh, we've got a new leader. We've got Beachhead. So Beachhead says, if Beachhead starts a mission, target player draws 1 card. So that's pretty cool. If Beachhead starts a mission, target player draws 2 cards. So nothing crazy. He does get 4 marksman and 2 tech on his upgrade. But yeah, yet another leader to play with. So we've technically got 3 leaders with that. And then this is the Towable Asset card. The 3D Towable Asset thing. So let's just go ahead and pop this out and we will put it together real quick. I assume this is supposed to hold your Towable Asset. I just don't know exactly how to fold it up. So we've got little teeth that punch out there, right? And we've got this that punches out here. And it looks like it folds. These are always like a bit of a pain to figure out. So it looks like it folds here, like so. And then this thing goes that doesn't seem right. Oh, I broke it on this side. There we go. It's like a little mini game you have to figure out. And then you have to figure out like what it's actually for, because this is what it is, right? 3D Towable Asset. But I don't really know exactly what you're supposed to do with it, other than it just sits there and I don't know. Maybe you're supposed to lay a card down inside of it or something. But there you go. That was the Towable Asset. And I assume I put it together correctly, because the backside does line up. Maybe it's supposed to sit this way? That makes the most sense. It sits like that. And then I guess maybe you can take one of your Towable Assets and you put them up here on top of it. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do with it. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Anyway, let's go ahead and throw all of these cards back in there. Now that I put this together. So let's just go ahead and put all of this stuff back in the box. So if you watched my review of the last game expansion, I did complain that they didn't have any Dreadnoks, and I like what they did here. They put a whole new Dreadnok deck in. Obviously, I don't know exactly how it plays, but they appear to play. I'll have to check my Storm Shadow. It appears they play similar to Cobra Officers. So I will take a look at that and do a review once I play a few games and play through the new missions. But that was G.I. Joe deck building game Coldsnap Expansion with my beloved Dreadnoks. As always, like, share, and subscribe. It helps us out immensely and helps us beat the YouTube algorithm so you get more of our videos into your feed. As always, check the description down below. We'll have links to the previous G.I. Joe unboxing for Serpentor, the Serpentor set, Shadow of the Serpent, along with a review for that. Yeah, also in there will be links to all of our social medias. So follow us on Facebook. Assuming Twitter is not a burning, flaming mess by the time you see this, we still are posting stuff to Twitter. And come hang out with us on Discord and tell us what you want to see. We do take submissions for different video requests, so we try to put out what you want to see in video format. So thanks for watching, guys. Happy gaming.